Oh, good afternoon, my pirates and my sea bandits. This is BucosLocker coming to you again. Subscribe, like, comment, and share on all the new videos. And make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify all new videos that's posted on this channel. Shouts out to all the bandits. Shouts out to all the pirates. And shouts out to everybody in the Bucs community that support the Tampa Bay Bucs coming off a Super Bowl victory. Who you with? I just had to reflect on that real quick. But I'm going to let everybody come into the locker room. We have a locker room meeting. Locker room meeting. Locker room meeting. You know what I'm saying? Locker room meeting, please. Locker room meeting. Who you with? Who you with? Who you with? Anyway, I'm gonna let the locker room fill up a little bit. Gotta put my seatbelt on because you know I got some stuff. I got some things to do. Yeah, it's 2021, new look, new year, new hashtags. You know, new apparel, things going on in the background. Hashtag facts over feelings. So come on into the locker room, man. Who we got? What we got here? What's up, champ? Hey, I'm here, man. Feeling good, man. Feel like a champion today. I feel like a champion, man. How y'all doing? All right, let's get on up in here. You know what I'm saying? Got some things to do today. Hanging out with BucosLocker. You know what I'm talking about? 2 rings. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right. 2 rings, baby. Doses. We got 2 rings, baby. 2 rings. So, I like that color. 2 rings, baby. 2 rings. We possibly can get 3 if things, you know, everything plays itself out right. You know what I'm saying? We can get 3 rings. How that sound? 3 rings? 3 rings, baby. Oh, 76ers fan. I can't deal with the 76ers right now. You supposed to be an Orlando Magic fan, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Can't do with the 76ers. Come on into the locker room, man. Shout out to everybody that's joining the locker room. We're going to get to it in a second. You know, we about to just want to let people come on in and you know, get their stuff together. And we got some stuff to talk about. What up, Dave? Al, what up, man? You wish? What up, Kent? One of the Red, what's up, Red? Chili Will. Yeah, feels good, man. Feels good, man. Feels good to be, you know, called the Super Bowl champions. I wear my Bucs gear all the time, man. I'm in New Orleans, so the people can't stand it, man. Oh, you in Philly? Okay. All right, Queen, you in Philly. My bad. My bad. It's okay, man. I'm just messing. I'm just picking at you, man. But it feels good to be a, you know, champion. You know what I'm saying? I get to wear my Bucs gear every day pretty much, most of the time. And I'm always out in town with my Bucs gear on, and Saints fans can't stand it. They be trying to challenge me and stuff. They be trying to you know, question about my loyalty to the team. They be like, "Oh, you must be a Brady fan." I'm like, "No, I'm a Tampa Bay fan." You know what I'm saying? That throws them off a little bit because they think I'm a bandwagoner because I'm living in New Orleans. When I'm repping the Bucs, they think I'm trolling and stuff like that. But when I tell them the, you know, how I get down, they be like, "Oh, you really are a Bucs fan." Yeah. You know, remember, I always tell people this. I like a lot of players, but I'm always gonna put the team before the player. Always, regardless. I don't care who on the team. I don't care who the Bucs draft. I'm gonna always be a Bucs fan. If players leave, players come and go. One thing that remains, I'm always gonna be a Bucs fan. The Bucs can get an all-star team, another all-star team. I'm still gonna be a Bucs fan. And when that team leave, I'm still gonna be a Bucs fan. I don't follow players. I like a lot of players in the league, but I love my team. It's called loyalty. I'm loyal to the team. I'm not loyal to a player. I always tell y'all this. I don't have any personal ties or any personal, like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I'm a biased guy. I'm not a biased guy, to be honest with you. I'm not a biased guy. I mean, I'm biased for my team. I'm a sticker for my players, but you know, I'm always gonna be loyal to the team first. I don't care who won the team. You know what I'm saying? We've had a lot of great players come and go. We got a great history as far as Bucs, you know, Ring of Honor and all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So those guys gonna always be a part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Because growing up as a Bucs fan, you know, it was rough. You know, like I always tell you, I always refer to this. I was a kid working at that stadium, man. So I've been through the pain. You know what I'm saying? I've been through the pain, man. You know, a lot of players that I've seen come and go, retire, get cut, get traded. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so players come and go. I want y'all to remember that. You know what I'm saying? Never get too caught up in one player. You know? So, you know, just stay loyal to the team. You know what I'm saying? Stay loyal to the team, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the team, you know, we got the team, and as an organization, we got 2 Super Bowls. I mean, let me make that clear. As a team, we got 2 Super Bowls. 2. TEAM. As a team, we got 2. As an organization. You know what I'm saying? So this team got some good years ahead of them, as long as they make the right moves, man. And we about to talk about that. You know, as long as the team make the right moves at the top level. I'm not talking about the players. This starts at the front office. Now, we know about the Bucs front office have made some silly moves over the last 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Some silly moves, and particularly the last 20 years, some head-scratching free agent signings. And we know about these free agent signings. We seen them. We seen some bad free agent signings by the Bucs. Like, what? And it looked good on paper coming into the season, but it turned out to be a disaster. And I'm pretty sure y'all know a lot of the guys who I'm talking about who came to the Bucs and was a big disaster. So free agency is always a part of building a roster. Is it the main source? Is it the main reason? Is it the main way to build a roster? No, you don't build a roster through free agency. You don't build the future through free agency. You can build right now. You can build a team for right now, or 1 year, 1 or 2 years. But, you know, I always tell y'all this. Always try to foreshadow. Look to the future. Don't live in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because the moment will pass you by before you know it. And, you know, the Bucs had some rough free agents signings, you know what I'm saying? And I don't, to make my point is, I don't think the Bucs is going to be very active as far as outside of their team, if that makes sense. Now I want y'all to understand what I mean by that. Don't expect the Bucs to do a lot of movement outside of re-signing their guys. Expect to see a lot of those guys to be re-signed. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to re-sign a lot of those guys. That is the first and foremost thing that the Bucs are going to try to do. They're not going to get out here on the free agent market and, oh, we're going to sign everybody. No, they can't do that. They don't have enough money, and they don't have the pay. They just don't have the money to do it, to go sign everybody on top of re-signing everybody. So I'm going to keep telling y'all this. You can keep wishing. The best the Bucs can do is sign 80% of their guys back. Try to get 80% of the guys back. And be reasonable about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to overpay. The contract's got to be reasonable, right? You know, we gotta understand that when it comes to free agency, especially when it comes to the mid-tier and top-tier players, they want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? And one of the most underlying aspects of, you know, building a roster is, how much are you paying these guys? You know, we got reports about the Bucs are going to extend Brady's contract. I don't know how many years, maybe another year. Yeah, I know. I'm about to talk about it. Now remember, restructuring contracts is a part of free agency every year. Restructuring contracts is a part of free agency to make room to sign other guys. You know, we've seen Mike Evans restructure his contract. Brady is about to restructure his contract, and we don't know the terms behind that yet. For another year or two, they're gonna probably front load him some more money. More guaranteed money, maybe more sign-on bonus money, and that's how that stuff works. You know, it still counts towards the overall cap, but as far as the 2021 cap hit, they're trying to reduce that. They're trying to make more room to sign more players. This is what this is about. This is about not signing other teams' guys. This is about keeping your guys that's already on the team. Tom Brady, and Mike Evans are leading the way because the Bucs know they're going to have to sign some guys. But the question is, restructuring contracts is, are you adding a year? Are you adding 2 years? Or are you just giving more money to free up more cap space for 2021? Remember, I told y'all this, and I'm gonna stay fast by this. This is a short-term window, folks. I want y'all to understand that. I don't care how many contracts get extended or whatever the case may be. You got to remember, if the Bucs don't draft correctly, this is a short-term window. Now, can this window be extended? Yes, as long as the Bucs sign the right guys and, of course, draft. So when Mike Evans restructuring his contract, that's great. Brady extending his contract to make more cap room for 2021. I think this is mostly for 2021. I don't think it's for 2022. Like, the Bucs are Bruce Arians, they know this is a short window. They know that. You know what I'm saying? The league will catch up, because I think we did something that is not normal amongst teams. You know what I'm saying? This is not normal what we're doing right now. The Bucs are literally in a 2-year window phase, and they're trying to take the most advantage of it. Like, the two highest peaks that the Bucs have with this roster is last year and this year. This will be the highest points of the roster, how it's constructed. Now, it looks like the Bucs are going to kick the can down the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they restructure some contracts, or maybe extend some contracts and kind of maybe like backload it. But you got to be careful when it comes to free agency. You don't want to kick the can down the road too much. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's dependent on the terms of the restructure. Like, we hear the word restructure and we're like, they're going to do what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they restructuring? Are they adding a year? I mean, are they moving money to the front or to the back? And then when it comes to extensions, are they adding a year and then they're adding more money to that year or 2 years? You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at it. Brady might get a 2-year extension for $40 million and more sign-on bonus. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know the details. We all can speculate as far as restructuring and extending. You've seen the terms Mike Evans restructuring, right? You've seen his terms. Now we got to see what they're going to do with Brady contract as far as his extension. But all this is a part of free agency. Now, I've seen a lot of Bucs fans talk about every guy that gets released from a team. I hear Bucs fans pop up: Buster Screeney, Von Miller, J.J. Watt. It's like, we can't sign those guys. We can't sign those guys. You know what I'm saying? The best thing the Bucs can do is keep their team together. You sprinkle in a couple of veterans. You always want to sprinkle in a couple of veterans. That's free agents or going to sign for the right price, if that makes sense. What you don't want to do is you don't want to overpay for guys that are on the back end of their careers, because you don't get better. It doesn't get better as you get older in football. I'm trying to drop y'all some gems when it comes to sports, when it comes to athletic, when it comes to athletes. They don't get better every year after a certain age. It gets worse. So depending on what position you play, the Bucs got to be really careful on how they sign guys. And then one of the big guys that we talk about is Ndamukong Suh. We're gonna talk. We talking right now. We're just talking. It's free agency. Ndamukong Suh. What 33 years old? He's been in the league for a long time. He got a ring now. How much do the Bucs pay Ndamukong Suh? Another $8 million? $9 million? What do y'all think? Do Ndamukong Suh get another $8-9 million? I mean, he can command that. I mean, why not? Because we're gonna say, he's not getting a lot of sacks. True that, but that's not his game no more. His game is not to get sacks. His game is to plug the hole up. And he can get some sacks. He can give you about 4-5 sacks a season. But that's not his game no more. He's not the Ndamukong Suh that we seen in Detroit. Ndamukong Suh been around for a minute. But we got to pay him for his field. Now, if he was to come back in a reasonable price, you know what I'm saying? The Bucs have signed Ndamukong Suh if he comes back for maybe, 5 or 6, 2-year deal, $5-6 million, $10-12 million a year. I mean, 2-year, $10-12 million. That's not bad. And basically, it'll be a 1-year deal. I mean, like a lot of people get caught up in the amount of years. You always look at the guarantee number. Look at the guarantee of how much money is being paid. Right? So Ndamukong Suh is an intricate piece of the team, but can't possibly think you're going to bring him back for $9-10 million, $8 million. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any business sense. Now, does it make football sense? Yes. You want to bring Ndamukong Suh back from a football perspective, but you always got to look at the business side of it. On the business side of the table, does it make sense at his age and at this stage of his career to give him $8, $9, $10 million? Does the production match the pay now? And I'm singling Ndamukong Suh because I want y'all to understand how this works. I'm not even talking about JPP because basically JPP got 1 year left. And JPP is on the other side of 30. That D-line, we need guys on the D-line. We really do. And the Bucs got to figure it out. The Bucs got to really figure out what are they going to do with this D-line, free agency. And free agency, what are the Bucs going to do with this D-line? That is a very key part to making another Super Bowl run. And we can talk about the offense all day, but without that defense, we don't win. Y'all know that too. So the Bucs got to find a way in free agency to address the D-line, because that D-line is, interesting. And we'll get to Shaq Barrett in a second, but I'm just talking about the older guys right now. And you got William Golston. He's a possible cap casualty. I mean, maybe not, but do we extend him? Do we give him another contract? His production is, for how he plays, is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But are you paying William Golston to get sacks, or are you paying William Golston to take up blockers? Because we got to remember, without that defense, we don't win the Super Bowl. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We don't get past the Saints. We don't get past the Packers, and we dang sure don't beat the Chiefs without that defense. We got a lot of the offense got a lot of attention by the media, but the defense went unheralded. That defense went pretty much under the radar for the most part. And go back and look at the numbers. Remember, facts over feelings. Go back and look at the numbers with the defense and see what that defense did to the Saints and to the Packers and to the Redskins or to the Washington football team and the high-powered Chiefs. Go back and look at that defense. Go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers. So the Bucs got to figure out a way to address that D-line in free agency. Of course, it starts with Shaq Barrett. How much do the Bucs pay Shaq Barrett? What is his market value? According to Sportrax, his market value is probably between $18 to $20 million. Coming off of what he had 8-9 sacks last season. That doesn't scream top tier. Shaq Barrett had a tremendous year a couple years ago. It was an outlier. I told y'all this. 19.5 sacks. That's not his game. That's not Shaq Barrett. He's not a 19.5 sack guy. He's not a 15.5 sack guy. He's more of that 7 to 12. And we saw it last year. I know people say, Vita was hurt and that affected Shaq Barrett game. No, if you good like that, you're gonna get your money. Now he got a lot of pressures. Don't get me wrong. He gets a lot of pressures, a lot of almost sacks. He gets a lot of those, which is great. But does the money match the production? Are we basing Shaq Barrett off the 19.5 sacks? Or are we basing Shaq Barrett to his median? Because to me, Shaq Barrett's median is between 7 to 12 sacks. Do the Bucs fork out $18, $19 million? He's 26, 27 years old, so he's looking to get paid. You can't blame him. I don't blame him. I want to get paid too. So he's going to get paid. I want folks to understand that he's going to get paid, whether it's going to be the Bucs or another team. He's going to get paid. I mean, there's no way around that. You know what I'm saying? As much as we want to keep Shaq Barrett, or as much as we don't want him to leave, he's going to get paid. And the Bucs is going to restructure some contracts again and extend some contracts to free up money. But there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Do we fork out $19 million for Shaq Barrett? Because then next year we'll be turning around addressing the D-line again. JPP, Dominican Sue. Like, we don't, the talent level of the D-line it was great for that run last year, but let's face it, folks. The Bucs really need to address that D-line in free agency and the draft. They really do. That D-line is lacking some long-term talent. It is. Because if you sign Shaq Barrett, great. What else? Where's the other young? Where's the young guys at? You know what I'm saying? Where's the young gunners? Where's the young studs that we develop in the organization on the outside? Because we're running 3-4 or hybrid 3-4. So the Bucs got a lot of work to do. And then we're not talking about Vita contract. You know the Bucs got to pay him. You know the Bucs got to pay Vita. They got to pay him. Or pick up his 5th-year option. Or sign him to a new deal. How they going to do that situation? There's a lot of things, a lot of layers to this, folks, when it comes to free agency. Like, they got to plan ahead. You can't look at free agency as right now. You have to look at free agency 2, 3, 4 years from now. And the Bucs are in a peculiar situation because I don't know. You know, I'm really concerned. I am. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, you know, great, we won a Super Bowl, but I am concerned about the Bucs' future on that D-line. Just go back and look at the D-line and how they look moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of scary, folks. It's kind of scary. We got some moves to make. And we haven't even got to the offense yet when it comes to free agency. We still got to deal with Lavonte David. They're talking about the Cleveland Browns is looking at Lavonte. You don't think teams are going to throw Lavonte David some bread? Somebody going to throw Lavonte some bread. Can the Bucs match that? What's going to happen is a lot of teams are going to throw money at our players. Because we got some good players. But they're going to throw some money at our players. And there's nothing that we can do. But we can't stop teams from trying to take our homegrown players. Godwin, Lavonte. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't get mad. They're going to throw money at him. They're going to throw money at him. And what the Bucs going to do? The Bucs going to match it? Are they going to... If somebody throw Lavonte $15 million, are the Bucs going to match that? Let's be honest. Are the Bucs going to match a $15 million a year offer from the Browns if they throw Lavonte David $15 million? Probably not. It's too much money. Especially, 31 years old, going on 32. I understand great as Lavonte is, but you're gonna literally throw $15 million out there? You're going to match that? And sign Godwin and sign Shaq Barrett? That's the trifecta right there. It's like, out of those 3 guys, do the Bucs sign all 3 of them? I seen somebody say the Bucs they're gonna tag Chris Godwin. Okay, I'm still waiting on that tag. Why hasn't he signed the tag yet? He want to see what's on that market. Do you blame him? Now they got plenty of time to sign him to a tag, but do you blame him for wanting to see what's on the market? Exactly. You can't. It's gonna be hard to sign all 3, folks. It's gonna be hard, and we just gotta embrace. We gotta pick the 2 best out of the 3. Long term. I want y'all to understand that. Long term. We gotta pick 2 out of the best 3. 2 out of the best 3 long term. Yep, I want y'all to understand that. 2 out of the 3 long term. We gotta figure it out, folks. It's gonna be hard to sign all 3. Oh, tag Chris Godwin. Oh, it's just that simple, huh? Just tag him, and it is what it is. Like, oh, we tag Chris Godwin. We can sign Lavonte and Shaq Barrett. It's just that simple. No, it's not. Because you got to think about it. They all want to get courted. They all want to get courted. Let's be real. They all want to get courted in free agency. They do. They want to know how it feels to get, offers. It ain't as easy as I think it's going to be. Oh, just tag, and sign everybody else. No. It don't work like that. And I think the Bucs, they know. I know what Bruce Arians said and Jason, like, we're gonna keep them all. They're not going anywhere. All that's talk. That was emotions. You want to keep all your players, but they didn't even bring up the business aspect of it yet. We want to keep everybody. You're not going nowhere after the Super Bowl. So we're just not gonna talk about the business side of it. You want to keep everybody, but you're not even gonna bring up the business side of it? Okay. I want y'all to understand. Just prepare. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared for the Bucs to lose some players, man. Like, I mean, it's easier said than done to tag Chris Godwin, but he got to sign that tag. Has he signed the tag yet? Just saying, has he signed the tag yet? Y'all keep saying tag Chris Godwin, but see no reports are saying him signing that tag either. Most likely to get tagged. Great. Let's see it. Most likely to get tagged. All right, let's see him sign that franchise tag. Or does he want to see his contract offers? I'm gonna go with option number 2. I think Chris Godwin wants to see how much he's worth on the market. Even Lavonte and Shaq Barrett, they all three want to see their value on the market. They do. As much as we don't want to believe that, they want to see their market value. I don't blame them. I want to see how much their market value is. To be honest, I do. I want to see how much they're worth on the market. Yep. So I want y'all to be careful and be mindful of what's about to happen with the Bucs. We're not even talking about. Remember, we're talking about free agency this year, but we also got to look at it from a standpoint, the O-line. What are we going to do there? Even though we don't have to address that till next year, but that's a factor as well. Haven't y'all forgot about that too? The Bucs roster is it's set up in an interesting way. They can win right now, or they can just say we're gonna wait till the future. It's set up very interesting from an O-line perspective and a D-line perspective. It's set up in a very interesting way. It is. Because the Bucs got some things to address. And like I said, I can't wait to see what the Bucs are gonna do with this free agency, man, because it's gonna determine our next 2 or 3 years moving forward. It is. It absolutely will determine. So I want y'all to stay tuned and be ready. Be ready, man. You know what I'm saying? Be ready, and don't get too caught up with your emotions. Just be prepared for what's gonna happen. Cause I'm actually prepared to not see everybody come back. And we just gotta replace them. That's all. Replace them and keep it moving and keep the engine going. As long as the Bucs keep the engine together, I think we'll be fine. No, I don't say I think. I know we'll be fine. I gotta stop saying I think and I feel. I know we'll be fine as long as the Bucs keep the engine intact. Y'all understand what I'm saying with that? Keep the engine intact. So, other than that, folks, free agency is gonna be fine. I think the Bucs just gotta make the right moves. And Jason Light, he gonna earn his money this offseason. He's gonna earn his money. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna earn his money. Yes, oh, trust me. We about to see if Jason Light can kind of get into the upper echelon of GMs. Now remember, GMs are not what makes a good GM is you make good roster decisions and you make good draft picks. You know what I'm saying? And, like I told y'all, Jason Light is not a bad GM. I just don't consider him my top tier GM. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he made some moves that didn't make any sense. Now, he's covered it up with some better moves the last couple of years, but when you look at GMs, you got to look at the overall perspective of a GM. You can't single out and you can't erase bad decisions. When you grading GMs, you look at it from a overview. What have you done? Since he had that title as a GM, it's been mediocre till 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. But we about to see if he can elevate himself to the second tier, top tier GM level. You know what I'm saying? Can he elevate his level of being a GM? Because Jason Light is still got some work to do. He brought us a Super Bowl. Congratulations. But 1 year doesn't define a franchise, because you got to win consistently. You got to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Now I've had my fun. We won a Super Bowl. I get it. It's on thing. Now it's a new season now, folks. And what makes good organizations? They sustain long-term stability, sustainment. That's what the Bucs got to work toward. Sustainment. The Bucs need sustainment. You know what I'm saying? Sustainment is what I'm looking for with the Bucs. Not no 1 year wonders and none of that stuff. I'm looking for sustainment, stability. Great organizations have stability. They don't win 1 year and just go, then that's it. They keep winning. They keep winning 10, 11, 12 games. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Bucs to do that moving forward. I want the Bucs to be stable, making the right decisions in free agency. And this will be the first free agency that the Bucs is going to have that we get to see how the Bucs are going to look moving forward. We get to see how the Bucs are going to look moving forward for the next 3, 4, 5 years. We can't hang our hats on 2020. 2020 was great. Got a Super Bowl out of it. But I want to see long-term success. And it starts this offseason, folks. The moves will tell you exactly how the Bucs are going to be moving forward. The moves will tell you that. The moves will tell you how the Bucs are going to be moving forward for the next 3, 4, 5 years. So I want y'all to stay tuned with that too. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to wait another 18 years for a Super Bowl. Stability starts with the front office. It don't start on the field. The offseason is about the front office. Decision making. Capologist. Player personnel director. Scout team. It ain't got nothing to do with the players. Nothing. All season has nothing to do with it. Now, granted, training methods and training regimens and keeping your body in shape, eating right, staying in shape. I get all that. But I'm just saying, it's all about the front office in the offseason. Where do the Bucs front office sit at as a whole? This offseason will determine how the Bucs front office will look as far as decision making for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Remember, folks, living in the moment is great, but living in the moment, you're going to forget the future. Because you live in the moment, life will pass you by. I want to see stability. I want to see sustainment. I want to see the Bucs win 11, 12 games for the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years. I don't want to go 18 years, damn near 20 years without a Super Bowl or without a playoff victory or without a playoff berth. Now, granted, the way the team constructed now, we're going to go to the playoffs. It's a window of opportunity. Every team has a window of opportunity. You got to take advantage of it, and the Bucs got to. But the way the Bucs roster is set up, it's constructed very interesting. I want y'all to really take a look at this roster. Like, we got to address the O-line next year. We got to address the O-line. This year is about addressing that defense and a couple guys at a skill position. But that O-line is going to rear its head at some point. Go look at the numbers of the O-line. Go look at those contracts. Name me a team that got 3 guys making... How many teams got 5 guys making $10 million? Let's just say if Kappa have a tremendous season and he upgrades even more at the right guard. Do we play Kappa $10 million? $11 million? Ryan Jansen got 1 year left, $10 million. Donovan Smith got 1 year left, 14.5. Ali Marpet got a couple years left. And Tristian was rookie deal. So we got 4 guys on the O-line within the next 2 years that we're going to have to address. Remember I told y'all, the trenches. I don't care about my priority is not the skill positions anymore. My priority is the trenches. The O-line and the D-line. The O-line, D-line. The Bucs got to draft the trenches, man. And if you can pluck a guy from free agency, we'll be okay. But be smart about it and draft good. So I just want to touch bases on the free agency, folks. I can't wait for the Bucs, man. I can't wait to see what they do with the contract situations. Looking forward to see the extension for Brady. Looking forward to see if the Godwin situation plays out well. Lavonte David, Shaq Barrett, Dominican Sue, and the rest of those guys, man. I can't wait. This is the first time in a long time that this offseason for me feels good. It feels good for me, but I'm also realistic too. That's one thing about me. I'm very realistic about my expectations. So with that being said, folks, appreciate you coming to the locker room on this Sunday afternoon. I am about to get out here and enjoy this weather, and you should too. It's beautiful out here in New Orleans. So subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos, and don't forget the notification bell. And don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. All right, my bandits and my pirates. I'll keep doing what y'all do. Keep supporting the channel. I'm going to keep dropping videos, folks. I'm still here this whole off season. With that being said, fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise the flag. No risky, no biscuit, right? We got a biscuit. Hashtag facts over feelings. BucosLocker is out. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. And I'll see you guys soon.